Been a really big day, folks. Firstly, of course, we heard the tragic news about B.B. King's unfortunate death. There's a reaction video to that you can check out, but a couple of other notes that have occurred. Bruce Dickinson has been given the A-OK by doctors to continue with band activities, and that includes touring and getting their new record completed. And, of course, here in America, we found out that the Boston Marathon bomber is going to be put to death. He's getting the death penalty, and that's going to open up some new debates. And now we have to talk about the new Lamb of God song. We have to talk about Still Echoes. And I'm going to destroy this album title, so please, somebody correct me if I'm wrong, which I'm bound to be. This is off of their upcoming album, 7, Sturm und Drang. I had to put that right there in front of me in order to kind of give me the assist. And I probably still fucked it up, but this is coming in July of this year, so we have only 2 months really to wait for new Lamb of God material, at least from a full-length standpoint. Now, this is an important album. This is an important release, considering this is the first one that we will be getting ever since Randy Blythe spent that time in a Czech prison, and really, his career and his life was very much in jeopardy. He wasn't too sure what was going to happen. So this is a very, very important release, considering you can expect some lyricism to be based around that time. And it's not necessarily going to be a self-reflective record as this song really is evidenced. It's not one that is completely self-reflective, though it does describe some of the history of the very prison that he was in, that actually has some references and some history that dates all the way back to World War II, the Holocaust, the Nazis, where they actually used guillotines in order to behead prisoners because it was very cheap, it was effective, it was quick. It was something that could be done very, very quickly and easily. Their treachery could very much be handled in an efficient manner, as terrible as that sounds. And you hear that reflected within these lyrics. You hear that reflected in what Randy is snarling through this track. And I really like the lyricism here. I really like the way in which he paints this story. He does paint a very grim environment, and he does paint a very grim picture, but at the same time, he delivers it with such a snarl, and he delivers it with such a sneer and just a real enraged tone, which actually feels like it's a step above any rage tone that he's really exhibited throughout his career, and you can kind of understand why that would be evident. And it just cascades around the music, which it itself also sounds like it has stepped it up. This is probably one of the better tracks that I have heard from Lamb of God in recent memory, and I was a big fan of Resolution. I was a big fan of their last record, so that's really saying something. I felt that this track is the only thing that made this track even bigger than what it would have been is the fact that there is a damn lot of truth and a damn lot of reality behind this, and that's something that you can write about, something that you have knowledge of all that you want. However, to experience some of these things and know the history and start to imagine or think about that history being reality as opposed to your own reality. And now we're getting really psychological and philosophical, but damn. To sit there in a place that has that kind of history, and it just makes all the sense in the world why the song is called what it is. I can only imagine some of the experiences that Randy had while in that prison, and it's definitely something that, as he himself said, it wasn't a fucking Hallmark card. It was not fun. It sucked. And that's also how he described writing his book. So what about this track? What does it tell me about the new Lamb of God album, which I will affectionately just call 7 to avoid fucking up once again with the full title of the disc? I feel like 7 is going to end up being one of the more important releases of the heavy metal calendar this year. And I feel that it is large in part due to the fact that this song just has that much of a gripping reality and just fantastic, fantastic musicianship and lyricism, vocals. Everything feels like it's just hitting at the right time on this track, so it's giving me a great first impression. But also the fact that this is a creative open book for this band, and they can channel so many different things on this album and really just deliver the ultimate Lamb of God experience based around all that has happened in their recent history. So I feel that this is going to be a very important album, and it's going to be a very good album. But I want to know what you guys think about this track. I want to know if you really enjoyed this or if you felt this was just more of the same from the band. If you think the latter, don't take this as me telling you what to do, but listen to the track again and kind of place yourself in Randy's position. And while you're doing that, via like reverse inception, place yourself in Randy's position, placing himself in the position of those who were there during the Holocaust, and those who were witnessing the horrors, the struggles, and just the absolute carnage, the terrible things that occurred there. And it will actually add a lot of value to the song. You know, if we're looking at this very much through jaded eyes, where it's all about the music, which, of course, it very much is. This is a great form of self-expression. Then this is a track that certainly fits the Lamb of God mold. But it has just a certain something more. A certain something that you really can't put your finger on. But the only thing that you can think that it could possibly be is the snarl behind personal experience. So what did you guys think about the song? Let me know in the comments below. And are you excited about Lamb of God's new album coming out in July? Let me know about that as well, and we will cross paths again very soon, ladies and gentlemen, so stay tuned. Definitely like and subscribe. It helps so damn much. Please don't leave this video without liking or even disliking it, and maybe offering your thoughts in a comment below. It's just so helpful. It's what causes all of us to grow. So I will talk to you guys later. Thanks.